SaVE for the anniversary! SaVE for the anniversary! The SaVE for anniversary. SaVE for the anniversary! Some of us called this a while ago. So let's go ahead and jump in and let's talk about Majin Vegeta, guys. He is here, and the 200% meta is on global. This is amazing. Now, I did have my skepticism that 200% meta would even come to global at this point, but you know what? It's here, it's now, it's pretty obvious that this is what's happening. Let's jump in and talk about this, because this is phenomenal. Alright, so, Majin Vegeta in all his glory. This is the unit we are getting for Saiyan Day. Let's check out his kit. Now, I'm going to slide this over here a little bit so you can kind of see it. Leader skill. Majin Buu Saga or Vegeta's Family, category Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense 170%, plus an additional HP attack and defense 30% for any character who belongs in the Gifted Warriors category. We have the 200% meta on global months ahead of time. Anybody dares to call this the global shaft is just an idiot. I mean, I don't think anybody is, but you know, I'm sure somebody's going to make the argument. They always find some way to spin it like it's a bad thing. Passive skill activates an entrance animation once only and reduces damage received by 30% for the rest of the battle when there's an ally whose name includes Trunks on the team. Attack and defense. And I believe the way this is read, it says when there's a Trunks on the team at the start of the character's attacking turn. So it seems like a Trunks has to be... Okay, well, Trunks should be on the team anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So long as Trunks there, he's going to reduce damage by 30%, it seems like. Attack and defense, 180%, plus additional attack and defense, 50%. Is that 50%? I think it's 50%. 50% when performing an SA, plus additional defense 50% with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and randomly... reduces damage received by 20% with 6 or more key spheres obtained, plus additional attack and defense 88%, and randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, including int type, so we can't change int to int. It's a thing, guys. But when HP is 88% or less. So in other words, this dude is built an amazing unit. I have a lot of Dragonstones saved for this. I saved a ton of Dragonstones just for this. I didn't summon. I did a few summons. I did a couple summons here and there. But I didn't go crazy for Trunks. I saved a little bit on the prior banners. I did do a little bit of LR hunting here and there. You know, I've been pretty good. But I have a lot of Dragonstone saves. So I am hyped for this. And every Dragonstone I got is going after this unit. SA. Let's go ahead and pull this over here. So, SA raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, but what I love is the passive skill. Passive skill can be activated after the character receives an attack 6 or more times in battle. This is going to be super clutch in Super Battle Road. Believe that this will be insanely clutch in Super Battle Road. Especially like ESBR and later, like in the later Super Battle Roads that last a while. You know, like the early SBRs that were like, you know, you're like 3-4 turns, you're done. This will be like a killing blow in like ESBR or something. Performs critical hits within the same turn in which the active skill is activated. Greatly raises attack temporarily. Causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. Mega colossal damage to all enemies. And stuns them for 1 turn while sacrificing 16% HP. Literally, you're giving away 16% of your HP. But you are getting a Dokkan attack. The only thing that this is going to do that Dokkan doesn't do is, the only thing Dokkan does that this doesn't do is the Dokkan attack is actually going to like replenish some of that HP, but 16% is something you can pretty much recover easily with items or just by getting on type key. Stuns them for 1 turn, so if you don't kill anybody, everybody is stunned for the remainder of that turn. So you really want to get this. I mean, anyway, the active skill goes off and then everybody does their turns anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's like you've got 1 turn of complete stunnage. It is amazing. This is and if anybody's arguing about the 1 turn, remember, here's the big caveat with this. As I said, active skill goes off, and then everybody does their attack. So the long and the short of it here is when the active skill goes off, this is just like pretty much when you have like somebody that does a big stunning attack as a third of attacker in your turn. So this is a super good build. A super good build. I adore this so much. Okay? Link skills, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Pride, Over in a Flash, Supreme Power, Fierce Battle, Link skills, teams, Majin Buu Saga, Vegeta Family, Gifted Warriors, Resurrected Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Worthy Rivals, Super Saiyan 2, Corroded Mind and Body, and here's the thing, I've heard grumblings. I haven't done the translations or even honestly double-checked it because I haven't really wanted to take the time. But apparently there's more teams here, so this is a phenomenal build. Just a phenomenal build. I'm going to be going all in for Vegeta. I'm going to be going all in for Vegeta. And if there's anybody that tells you not to, anybody that says save for the anniversary, just ignore that person. That person is a blithering idiot. Let's talk about Trunks and Goten. Okay, this is the non-Dokkan Fest unit. They are the 130 lead. In fact, let's just go ahead and get into the leader skill here. Gifted Warriors category, key +3, all stats 130%. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 50%, plus additional defense plus 50%. High chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, as the first attacker in the turn. That's going to be very important. As the second or third attacker in the turn, they get additional actions. So what I would do, the way I would build this unit out, is I would give them a lot of evasion because of what they get later on in their passive. And probably relegate them to turn 2, slot 2 or 3 in the turn, just because that extra action is going to really yield more. But just giving them some evasion in like skill orbs and the ability system. Normally I don't say that, but check this out. Okay? Attack and defense 10% with each attack performed up to 50%. So they're going to get a lot more attack doing that. And an additional attack and defense 10% up to 50% with each attack evaded. So you want to evade and you want to do additionals. Criticals are just not even a factor with these guys. Just evasion, all additionals, and just you can then pick and choose what you want to do with each fight. I like doing this with additionals mostly. Like I'm always gonna like pretty much rely on offense because I'm into my Unga Bunga units, but the reality is here, if you put everything into additional and you're in a fight where you just need that last minute like oomph, then you could put them in slot 2 and just let them go. But if you're like an early stage of ESBR or something like that, and you're like, man, there's no way I'm going to survive this. I need these guys to evade. You can put them in slot 1, let them do their thing, and you really have some options there. Otherwise, if you spec all the way into evasion in their the ability system, you are basically relegating yourself to having to choose evasion as your primary tactic, whereas additionals would be lesser. So for me, I would just do additionals. I just think it's going to work out better, and you could end things a little bit quicker. Now, there is the argument that in later events they're going to be better, but do remember they cannot evade in the last stage of the legendary events. So you're really setting them up for failure in the final stage of legendary events. So for me, personally, opinion-wise, I would say spec into additional action mostly, and then if you need evasion, you can put them in slot 1. That's my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people are going to argue with it, but that's my take on these units. Okay? Key +2 and additional attack and defense 50% when there's an ally whose name includes Vegeta, with the exclusion of Kings, Juniors, or etc. Like Kid, King, Vegeta, and all that. It has to be like proper, like Daddy Vegeta of an age where he can conceive Trunks. You know what? I don't make the rules. That's just the way it is written. In fact, let me move this over here so you can kind of read it along with me. And medium chance of performing a critical hit if that ally is attacking at the same turn. So if you have Vegeta on the same turn as Trunks, they're already going to get a pretty decent chance to get a critical hit. But I wouldn't put anything in criticals in either skill orbs or in ability system. I would go all either evasion or additionals. For me, I think additionals with any like other critical chance would go into evasion. Basically, like, just don't spec into criticals at all. It will not pay, personally, opinion. Link skills: the Innocent, Super Saiyan, Prodigies, Budding Warriors, Saiyan Lineage, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. The teams are Gifted Warrior, Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Joint Forces, Youth, Super Saiyan, Bond of Friendship, and I feel like there's a few missing here as well. These units are incredible, guys. Incredible. Let's check out the old animations here. Pull this up a little further here. They already really look sweet.
Trunks. Of
course, this is the opening animation for Vegeta. And it goes exactly how you expect. I mean, it goes exactly like the show. And the animation is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Alright, so this is going to be the first essay. Well, I say he's not an LR, so it's just his essay. And then we'll get his active skill next. Love that animation. The sprite's a little wonky, but the animation on Vegeta is just absolutely amazing. And this is why it's AoE.
Trunks, そしてカカロット。
Spot on animations, guys. Absolutely, just a phenomenal unit. Go ham, guys. Go summon for this unit. If anybody at this juncture is telling you not to, that person is a fool. And frankly, guess what? That person can eat a